Football lovers, I hope you've been enjoying the show as much as we've been enjoying bringing it to you. This is the part of the show where we give you the answer to that trivia question we asked you earlier. Do you remember? We wanted to know who is the current coach of Azam FC and which team did he previously coach. SC, do you have the answer for us?
Yeah, look, we've got one of the greats, man. Monsieur Florent Dibenge is the coach that we're looking for, who's coaching for Azam. And his previous team that he used to coach is Al Hilal out in Sudan.
Oh, wow, amazing. I'm not used to hearing SC speak a bit of French, but yes, this show full of surprises. Now let's talk about the madness in Orlando. SC, what happened in Orlando?
Before we can get to Orlando, let's talk about the first leg, because I think Pirates lost it there. You know, this team, to deviate a little bit from all the conversations probably people are going to hear, I'll take you back to a game that South Africa played in Congo. Yeah. And we had McFish and everybody else bleeding on their faces. This is what I call dark arts. And they brought this.
We saw a lot of it in the second
You know, this is what I call dark arts and the best of it. And Mukoko brought the best of dark arts.
The Oscar-winning performance there.
Most definitely. And I think when you look at that overall, emotional play here was at its best in terms of...
But SC, should this be allowed in the game? Because for me, the refereeing was suspect. I would have given him a red card and told him, you're in the wrong profession, my friend. You should be in the acting field, not playing football. Now, should this kind of behavior be allowed in football?
Look, it's a rhetorical question. We don't need this type of behavior, to be honest with you. But then again, there's a man in the middle of the park called an official. You know, he's an official for a reason. He goes to training to officiate such games. To the reason why he's always the one that's calm. He needs to see everything that's going on because players have adrenaline in them. Yes. And they're pushing, they're doing all these things that we are looking at. And for me, I think he failed to do that. To conduct exactly what you asked.
So the case of the wrong identity, did it really affect the results of this game?
Yeah, of course, definitely. I mean, technically, 11 versus 11, you know, and you know what you get from a certain player. And they look at the player that got a red card in the Pirates game, Sepa Moremi, one of the most influential players they have currently. You know, he's coming up with subs and he's scoring goals from everywhere, every angle. So when you lose that kind of player, technically you are losing something from the game, you know. And also I think it also played into St. Lupopo's hands to say, okay, we've lost one player, but can we contain this match? You know, they contained the match because of one person that we literally talking about. You know, he was literally playing on the Pirates players' minds. There's an incident in the match where it's often off the ball incident. He steps on Apollos. Apollos is an influential player. He steps on him and the referee doesn't even see it. But for me, again, I look at the fourth official and the third official, which is the linesman. They're not picking all these things up. What are you saying then to the Pirates? Are you then saying we are not officiating the games properly? And they definitely didn't do that because this team really knew how to play on Pirates' nerves and Pirates' emotions.
Yes, speaking of emotions, the Saint-Éloi Lupopo story definitely is a fairy tale story, African football fairy tale story. It was a team formed 86 years ago, but when we talk about Congolese football, everybody's used to your TP Mazembes. They've come up. Last time they were in CAF's interclub competitions, 2010, and first round, their best finish has been like the second round. Yeah. Now this team, especially when we look at the last goal that was scored, around Apollos, there were 4 of their defenders, but they couldn't stop the shot.
Yeah.
Is this a team you see going further in this competition?
To be quite honest with you, because of the semantics they have, they're going to come up against other teams that have already seen them. The great thing about hindsight is that you've already now in a position to say, oh, okay, I know what this guy is going to bring to the table, you know. Classical example, but far away from this game, if you look at how the northern teams play, you know, they play on your mind and they play on the emotional side as well. So a lot of teams have, when you look at Sundowns and how they play them, they understand how to play these kind of games. So for me, I look at this team and I say, are they going to have a different approach besides this? Because you're going to come up against teams that are literally playing football and they're not worried. And again, when we go in further into the Pirates match, you could see that Pirates literally pushed them. I mean, Pirates scored 3 goals. We need to be honest and say Pirates put their best foot forward. And when they pushed this team, when the Pirates started
and they had football, the right starting 11
exactly,
for
you know. There's a key sub in this game, Dlamini.
Yes.
I mean, Kabelo Dlamini is something wonderful to see in the Pirates team. He brings a different element from Sipombule in terms of the passes that he brings, close proximity play, and that's what Pirates brought into this game.
SC, I'm sorry to interrupt you there because I know that you are just getting started on this beautiful story. But to the viewers watching at home, I do want to remind you that Game On is coming after this, and they do talk more about this beautiful game we just spoke about. But this is the point of the show where I give you my diamonds from these group stages qualifiers that we've just seen. And coming in at number 3 this week is Bohalia of Esperance de Tunis. Now, the Algerian joined from GS Kabylie in late August, and he delivered the game's standout moment in the first half of Esperance de Tunis's 3-0 demolition of Burkina Faso's Rahimo FC. His key role in the opening goal highlighted his attacking instincts and willingness to take initiative on an evening when chances did not always come free. Coming in at number 2 is Akrib of US Monastir. In the second leg of the CAF Champions League qualifiers, Akrib scored both goals of GS Kabylie in their 2-1 victory over US Monastir. The 5-1 scoreline refers to the aggregate result over 2 legs after GS Kabylie won the first leg 3-0. At number 1 this week is none other than Peter Shalulile. The Namibia striker comes in at number 1 after scoring home and away against Remo Stars. In the first leg, Shah scored the second goal right before the break and silenced the MKO Abiola Stadium and set the tone for a brutal afternoon. In the second leg, he was back with his scoring boots just before halftime again. Peter Shalulile doubled the advantage, heading home a well-deserved delivered set piece from Aubrey Modiba, effectively ending any remote hopes of the biggest remontada in CAF Champions League history. So, those are my diamonds. Anybody you would love to add to the list?
Yeah, most definitely. You've left out a player for me. I think the Cinderella story that you spoke about earlier on, the guys, Kevin Oduor from ES Sahel. I think this is a player that we actually know, to be correct, a player from Nairobi United. I think the goalkeeper, brilliant save, brilliant penalty take, definitely a good player to check out.
SC, thank you so much for joining us. To the viewers at home, have you checked up on the Orlando Pirates fans lately? They really need you right now. And remember that the FIFA Under-17 World Cup is currently happening. There are 10 teams representing Africa. We can do it. Come on, Africa. Till next time, from me, Adelani, Ninitanda Nonke, Kakulu.